Hello and welcome to my review of the Dark Angels Legion Inner Circle Knights for Warhammer the Horus Heresy from Games Workshop. Well, they're in Forge World resin. A set of these 5 knights will cost you a whopping £75, which is coincidentally the same price as the Deathwing Companions. So yes, that's £150 for 10 Space Marines. Yeah, Horus Heresy can be expensive if you want it to be. These are kind of like characters in their own right though. You're not going to get much better than these, other than like the Emperor's Children Phoenix Terminators perhaps. They're nice, but these guys can all have those Tyrannic Greatswords with the Murderous Strike, so they're very, very potent, and you know, you can deliver them in a decent Land Raider as well. So firstly, the format of this review is as usual. I'll have a look at each one of these minis up close and personal. Up close, we'll look at all the detail and things. I won't go through any of the spare parts because there aren't any. What you see is what you get. Your £75 will build all of these 5, no more, no less, no extra options and things. And then I'll go through some size comparisons with other Horus Heresy Terminators, like the Praetors and things, as well as other Horus Heresy minis. And at the end, I'll go through all of their juicy rules, because I have some very decent rules that I want to go through. So first things first then, let's have a look at these. They're absolutely fine to put together. They go together pretty well, as you'd expect. You've got this knight. Please forgive any bent swords. I don't think I've got any, but they have been packed away for a while, so I thought I'd yeah, just give you that disclaimer. If you see any bent swords, you know why, and I apologise. But yeah, you've got this kind of champion dude, lots of wings everywhere, big wings on the Terminator armour, loads and loads of detail. I mean, like, yeah, if you can just have a little look at that detail there. You get these kind of plasma weapons, which is very cool that they've got them in the gauntlet, and then you've even got this blade as well, sort of built in. I'm not sure whether that retracts or, you know, yeah, it's a gauntleted weapon, but the main reason why they don't have like a power fist or anything is because of that Tyrannic Greatsword. Kind of does all the work. You know, you've got a book there with like some kind of star on it. You've got this kind of little cloak. There's so much detail on the sword, on the vambraces, on the shoulder pauldrons. You've even got these kind of integrated, these like little grenade launchers that fire off. Very, very cool. And you know what? I like that this guy doesn't have a sort of a helmet or a faceplate or whatever, and you can see his emotions there. I like that. The rest of them are all kind of faceless. They've all got these armoured plates. But the one thing I do like about all of these is all of their kind of armour is bespoke in a way. They've all got different kind of finishes and iconography, and you know, they have some individuality about them, which I think is very, very cool. There are only tassets on them though. You've got these kind of shield things. Yeah, very, very cool. I mean, look at the writing on this sword, if you can see that. Angelus Morta. I don't know what that means, or Angelus Mort. Then you've got this one. Doesn't have any writing, but got a nice kind of blood groove, I guess, in there. Different iconography again. You've got some swords and wings. This guy's firing. He's got this shield thing there and protecting him a little bit. His armour's bespoke as well, very gothic looking. Got this big icon on the top. It's very cool. Got this one. He gets a bit of a tactical rock. Oh, yeah, we got a bent one there. Look. Yeah, so it's just because something's been on it and it's just, you know, bent it over some time. But again, different kind of chest piece there, little dagger, the sword, the winged sword, even like a lion there icon. I like the chainmail that you can barely see poking out. Very cool. And then this one as well, with this nice sword with this tip. You know, you've got like a scroll there that you could write on. You've got the winged sword. You've got some more scrolls. Very, very cool. Yeah, awesome. Each one is their own like little character, and I guess you could use them as a praetor each and things. But that kind of leads us to our size comparisons. I'm going to try and do the size comparisons at this height. I think it works quite well. So first of all, you know, with the inner circle, I've got a praetor here, which would probably be leading them. I wish he was just a little bit bigger, I guess, than these, but he still works well with them. We've got Marduk Cedras here, who is taller than all of them because of that scenic sort of rock and base. We've got Corswain, and we've got the standard praetor, but the standard praetor really looks tiny next to any of these. You know, I think he should be sort of almost Corswain's height, really, especially with that base. Compared to other sort of Terminators from Horus Heresy, I just wanted to compare them. Probably not a fair comparison, but with praetors, I guess, with other legions, traitor legions. What are the chances? So yeah, we've got an Emperor's Children praetor, similar sized. Word bearers, I'd probably say the Dark Angel's inner circle is bigger, or taller at least. And then you've got a Death Guard praetor, who is quite a chunky boy. He's a little bit bigger than them, but yeah, they definitely hold their own against other Traitor Legion praetors. Not quite sure if this is the best size comparison, but I've got the sort of standard praetor here that we got in the one of the old box sets that I still think you can get individually, but you know, in the Cataphracti plate, he's smaller. So if you've got one of these lying around, then the inner circle will be bigger. I've got some other Terminators, so comparing them to the current Cataphracti, which definitely need a bit of a size bump, they are a fair bit bigger than the standard Cataphracti. I don't know if you can see that. This is why I try and avoid spraying or painting the models, because you get a better size view if they're both the same kind of colour. But yeah, they're definitely bigger, more detail, just better Cataphracti. Do I really need to show you them next to the Tartarus? The Tartarus look tiny next to these inner circle. And then we've got the OG. I guess they're the OG, and these are actually Deathwing too. But yeah, that's them next to those. So these are definitely bigger. So yeah, although it's Horus Heresy, these inner circle knights are bigger than, you know, any of the Terminators on the block, with the exception of obviously the new 40k ones, which are basically Primaris. So it would be like comparing Primaris to them, and at which point you can see that even a normal standard Primaris is like half a head taller. So of course the new Terminators would be, you know, similar size to the Primaris, and therefore taller than those. So you've got a normal Space Marine there, and also Slime Arbo, but compared to a normal Space Marine, yeah, fair bit bigger. And another little bonus comparison, I guess, a couple of bonus comparisons. There is a Contemptor Dreadnought, just walking about, minding his own business. And then we've got a Dark Angels Leviathan, which is certainly a little precursor of you know, content to come, both of those. Okay, and this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for my inner circle. There's nothing really stopping you from using them as a standard Cataphracti Terminator squad if you really want. I mean, if you're against me and you had these and you didn't want to use them as the inner circle, that would be fine, as long as you obviously communicated exactly what weapons they were equipped with. But those of you that would still like to use them as the Inner Circle Knights Cenobium, as they're fully named, will find them in the Dark Angels section of the Loyalist Legiones Astartes army book, and they will set you back 200, and they will cost you 275 points. They're an elite choice. The unit composition is 4 Order Cenobites and 1 Order Preceptor. The stat line for the Cenobites is a movement of 6 inches, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, toughness 4, 2 wounds, initiative 4, 2 attacks, leadership 9, and a save of 2+. The Order Preceptor has the same stat line, but has an even better weapon skill of 6, and has 1 extra attack at 3. Would have been nice to see him have an extra wound instead of just the 2, but there we go. The War Gear, Tyrannic Greatswords. So they've all got the Tyrannic Greatswords. They've got these gauntlet weapons called Plasma Casters. They've got the Legion Cataphracti Terminator armor. Their special rules, they have Legiones Astartes Dark Angels, Relentless, Bulky, Stubborn, Adamantium Will on a 3+, and Order Exemplars. Quite a few rules to go through. So dedicated transport then. An Inner Circle Knight Cenobium of no more than 5 models may take a Legion Land Raider Proteus carrier as a dedicated transport, or, get this, for a unit of 5 or more models, a Legion Land Raider Spartan. So if you get 5 or more, so you can still pick 5, you can get your Land Raider Spartan as a dedicated transport. Brilliant. I'd have a Land Raider Spartan with them, and then I'd have that Praetor, or maybe Marduk or Corswain. Options. The Inner Circle Knight Cenobium may take up to 5 additional Order Cenobites at 50 points each. So you're saving a little bit of points there. So you're saving a few points there by getting 5 more. 1 Order Cenobite may take a Legion Vexilla at 10 points. Any model in this unit may exchange its Tyrannic Greatsword for a Thunderhammer for free. So you can have them all with Thunderhammers. And then the Order Preceptor may take a Grenade Harness for 5 points. Okay, so that's all the basic options and war gear and things. What about these rules? This is why you'd pick them. Well, firstly, they're Order Exemplars, which means that when they're selected as part of a detachment, during army selection, a single option from the orders of the Heka, Toni, Stika, which I'm going to go through, must be selected for the unit. And all models in the Inner Circle Knight Cenobium gain the chosen option. So the orders that we've got 6 different orders. You've got the Augurs of Weakness, when you make an armor penetration roll against a target with armor 11 or more. A model with this special rule may add +1 to the strength of the weapon used to make the attack. Now, remember, the Tyrannic Greatswords are already giving them a strength 6, so you're going to be, having the strength 7 there, which is quite nice. Again, if they've all got Thunderhammers, that's going to be adding an extra strength. Icons of Resolve, the model gains +1 leadership to a maximum of 10. Or a unit it's part of is charged by 1 or more enemy units. Slayers of Kings, the model may reroll fail to hit rolls of 1 when engaged in combat with any model with a weapon skill of 5 or higher, or in a challenge with any model with a weapon skill of 5 or higher. Hunters of Beasts, this model may reroll failed to wound rolls of 1 when any enemy unit is engaged in combat, which includes 1 or more models with a toughness of 5, or any failed to wound roll if the target's toughness is 6 or higher. Reapers of Ghosts, this model gains +1 attack in any fight subphase, which they begin in base contact with more than 1 enemy model. Breakers of Witches, this model may reroll all to hit and to wound rolls in close combat when attacking an enemy unit that includes 1 or more models with the demon unit type or the psyker or corrupted subtype. So that might come in handy against some demon forces if and when they release a load of them. And then finally, the Plasma Caster special rules. It's counted as a plasma weapon. It's a template, so it's kind of like a plasma flamer. Its strength is only 4, AP is only 4, its assault 1, and its breaching is 6+. So not the best there. I would have much preferred to see it as breaching 4+ or even 5+. So it's kind of like an afterthought. It's all right, but I would have liked to have seen it have better rules. So the main reason you're going to get them is, you know, you've got your weapon skill of 5 of them all. You've got your 2+ saves, your invulnerable saves. Then you've got your tyrannic greatswords, which is a reminder. They're going to be giving you strength 6, AP 3, rending 5+, and murderous strike 5+. So you're kind of getting them to have 11 murderous strike hits with weapon skills of 5s and 6s. That is the main reason you'd be getting them. Oh, and also, you know, you can pick a Land Raider Spartan as a dedicated transport, which not every specialised Legion's Terminator unit can take. I don't think the Death Guard for either of their 2 Terminator units can take a Spartan as a dedicated transport, that is. And the other main reason is the orders of the Hekatonistika, which reroll and failed hits of 1 and reroll and failed wounds of 1 are pretty decent, and also Reapers of Hosts, where you're getting, you know, 1 extra attack, would really bump up their ability to just wipe out big units of 10 or 20 Space Marines. I think 10 of them would be overkill. They're already a bit of a Death Star unit anyway. You know, 275 points of them, they're definitely going to need a Land Raider or something to protect them, especially with their toughness 4 and their saves of 2+. I wouldn't leave them out in the open. I'd provide them with a Land Raider or even a Spartan maybe, just to protect them and get them where they need to be delivered. I think they're fantastic. They're one of the best looking Terminator, Legion specific Terminator units out there, along with the Phoenix Guard, and one of the most capable in close combat as well. But what do you guys think of the Legion Inner Circle Knights, or the Knight Cenobium? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.